Welcome back, everyone. Now we are about to get into the finer things of life. So if you have your glass of rouge, or your glass of Pinot Noir, or maybe your Pinot Grigio, whatever your favorite is, we're about to get into the arts. That's right, and not your regular arts. I'm talking exquisite, fine art. So we're sitting here with CLARELE Mortimer. She is a business arts manager, actually an art business manager, I should say. That's the better way to coin it. And she's going to let you know what it is that she does with art.
Yeah, I manage visual artists, essentially. I manage their business, their finances, and career, essentially.
Okay.
Currently, I'm managing an artist, Vito Lorville, and he's been a painter for decades. Yeah, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, CLARELE, tell me, how did you get into the arts?
How did I get into the arts? Initially, I think I have to take a step back.
Okay.
I initially started my career in Wall Street. I've been working in investment banking and asset management for well over 15 years. And in my role there, I was a business manager to the C-suite. And the skills that I learned there, I took on into the art world. And it was, I don't want to say by accident, but purely almost by accident.
Okay.
But luckily my career had prepared me
Okay.
to manage visual artists.
Okay. Now you do something very unique. So many people don't realize, you know, when you're walking in a room and you see a painting and you're looking at the art, yes, there's definitely a skill and a gift to that, but nobody ever really considers the business side. How do these paintings get sold? And how do they get to where they are? And what is the artist doing to manage their living? They make a living out of this. But just like any career or any business that has financial gain, you need some structure, you need guidance, so you're going to need an accountant, you're going to need someone to help manage you. So it sounds like this is what you do. You have the artist is doing what they do, being great and amazing, but they need the business component and the help from you to help guide and manage the distribution of their art. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
One, before you even manage an artist, one, you kind of have to identify who has the potential. That's very, very important. A lot of people buy art as an asset, as an investment piece, and this is where my career helps in being in a finance background. And before people start buying art as an asset, one, the artists have to be prepared. And one of the way for you to identify an artist, how prepared they are, is you look at their art residencies.
Okay.
What kind of art school they went to.
Oh, wow.
And that should give you an indication whether you should invest in that artist. And I also, as a business manager, I also look at that also.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of work.
So you have a criteria
Yes.
for selecting who you're going to manage,
Yes.
and at what level
Yes.
what level of an artist they are.
Absolutely.
Now this is a very competitive, sounds like a competitive field to be in as
Yes.
an artist. If they're going to work with you with the guidance that you provide.
Yes.
So they have to be able to. You both have to marry each other at a certain point.
Absolutely.
But so what happens if you may think it isn't a match? And what's your criteria? What do you use to determine whether or not this person's going to fit in with what it is that you can provide for them?
So, okay, you asked the question, what if it's not a match? And that happens at times. But that because it's not a match currently doesn't mean we wouldn't be able to work together. I do like to impart some guidance.
Okay.
And as I mentioned before, I need to see what kind of programs you went to. I also have a team of art professionals around me, and we kind of discuss artist potential.
Okay.
I think for people who are not in the art world, it's not easy to distinguish who's doing art as a hobby and who's a real genius.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
and so I do have a team to help me with that.
So I would imagine this team is comprised of people that have the intellect, the education, whether formal or informal, but they have a true knowledge of what they consider to be an expert advisor on the arts.
For example, one of my contacts is an art historian.
Okay, so you have art historians.
Yes.
All right, so when we come back, I want you to break down for me what this team consists of and what their qualifications are to tell an artist whether their art is art. So when we come back, we're going to get into that. Oh, we're learning some things. Go get you a glass of wine.